Yo, what is up, boys? Welcome back to another free pick video where I'm going to be giving you guys my 4 best MLB locks for today's slate. I'm also going to be hooking you guys up with a massive free play, so stick around if you guys want that. And then one of you guys will be winning a free week of VIP pick. Before we hop into it, guys, let's do some recapping. Absolute massive day yesterday. Once again, like I said, the last 2 recaps have been huge, guys. The last 2 days in a row, we've damn near swept both days. So overall in VIP for the total, as you can see, these were all the props we sent out to VIP. We cashed majority of them. We only ended up missing 3 total of the day. One of them was by 0.5. I thought he was coming back in, to get that last hit allowed, and they pulled him. And then these 2, we just ended up missing. All the rest of these guys we cashed with ease, as you can see on the screen. We also cashed out a ton of plays, guys. I'll just go down here and click. We cashed out almost every single VIP play except for like one. I think it was literally one, and I think it was the one that I gave out on the free plan. But as you can see on the screen, we cashed out a ton, guys. And even this sleeper play we're gonna see right here, we had one player. One of these plays got refunded because all 2 ended up not playing. But this sleeper play, guys, I sent to the free plan for completely free. So make sure you guys, if you have not already joined that free plan, click the link down below in the comment section. Join that free plan. Literally just join, guys. It's no pay or no anything. I sent all my plays there. My favorite plays of the day, actually, I sent to the free plan. And you guys literally get them texted or emailed directly to your phone. So that is one of the easiest ways to get some of the free plays. And then if you guys want to hop in VIP, we have a couple options for you guys. So the week pass is $25 off right now. It's $25 off total. Normally we do like a sale for half off when we're like really hot right now. We just started another win streak, guys. We have been on a win streak almost every single week for the last like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. If you guys go back and check the channel, we had 10-0 days, 11-day winning streaks, guys. We have been hot in MLB. So if you want to hop on the week pass, guys, right now it's $25 off. The link will be down below in the comment section. Everything you guys will need will be linked down below. And also the weekend pass, gonna be the most profitable part of the week, guys. If you guys want to jump on there, we have 8 slots left. I haven't started pushing it yet, but we already have 2 sold, and then we have 8 before we're sold out for the weekend. If you guys want to hop on, go ahead and do so before those college football and NFL games start, because that's when everybody's going to hop on the weekend pass and try to cash out extremely quick. So with that being said, guys, let's hook one of you guys up with a free month of VIP picks. I actually did pull up the video, so give me 1 second to do that. All right, boys, have that video pulled up from yesterday, and I just saw we actually doubled the like goal. So the easiest way for you guys to hop in VIP is literally while you're watching this video, just take 2 seconds to support, guys. Drop a like, and it's gonna, once we get to 50 likes, I will be picking a random winner from the comments down below. So while you're down there joining that free plan, literally just drop a comment. Make sure you guys are subscribed. I will only be picking subscribers. We're growing extremely fast, guys. We're gonna be to 4K before September is over. Literally, guys, once we double that like goal, I'll be picking 2 winners. So right now it's at 50 likes. Once we get to 50 likes, I'll pick someone from down below. We doubled it yesterday, so I'm gonna be picking 2 winners. So the winners for yesterday's video looks like it is going to be, we have Ramsey, and then we also have, I think I was gonna say XYM. If you're watching this video right now, both of you guys drop a comment down below so I can hook you guys up with a free week of VIP picks, guys. It is as simple as that. Literally just support the video you're already watching, guys. You guys support for completely free. I'm gonna hook you guys up for completely free as well. So simplest way to get in, guys. Let's jump over some of these props, guys, 'cause I'm looking to have another great day today. Now, we don't have as big of a slate. We can go over here and look at the hit total for today. See, what do we have on the day? Well, maybe 8 games, 9 games total for the entire day. 3, 6, 9 on the day. We don't have super high hit totals either. As you can see, only 2 of these games kind of even have remotely high hit totals, being around 17. But I was able to find some good matchups, and let's look at what we're going with so far. So the first prop we're going to be taking Sosa on the Phillies to go over his 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. As you can see right now, it is plus money as well. Scroll down, kind of looking at why we like this prop. So we're going to start off with his last 10. Scrolling down, 5 out of 10 on the over so far. I'm gonna have to keep scrolling back up because of all these injuries. Versus left-handed pitchers in his last 10, he is 6 out of 10 on the over. Going to his home games, last 10 versus left-handed pitchers, we can see 6 out of 10 remains the same. Now if we go to his head-to-head matchup, let's see what we got there. Head-to-head, you can see extremely good, 71%, 10 out of 14 games on the over, guys. Versus left-handed pitchers, head-to-head, facing off against them, you can see 10 out of 12 on the over. The last 5 games in a row, he's been able to cover this line. So extremely good odds going over head-to-head. And then also we can check head-to-head at home versus left-handed pitchers. Last 3 games in a row, he was able to cover 4 out of 5 total. So extremely good odds so far playing head-to-head. Let's look at the actual pitcher matchup though, because that's where stuff gets really interesting. So looking at it, we're going to start off the pitcher today, Peterson. He is going off against only New York Mets. He has a 9-5 record, a 1.31 RIP, so about league average WHIP. So for his walks plus hits per innings, he's giving up about average, which is still good for us. We don't need the advantage on every single play, but it's nice to have a nice advantage there. Scrolling down, we can see his plate appearances. What is this for? You can do head-to-head overall. His plate appearances, he's been getting about 3.3, so some of these he's not even getting high plate appearance, but in his last 10 games, let's see what he's been getting. In his last 10, he's getting about 3.4, so he's getting around that 4 to 3 mark each game. I hope he should be around 4 today is kind of what I'm projecting, because it should be a nice back and forth game. Scrolling down, let's look at it, guys. Head-to-head matchup. So versus Peterson, he already has 9 plate appearances. He has 5 hits, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs already. So really nice history versus each other. A 714 batting average, guys. So far, that is amazing for us. On the season, he has a 274 batting average versus a 314. So we do have the advantage versus left-handed pitchers. He does do slightly better versus them. Look at his runs created, guys. His weighted runs created plus. You can see he has a 100.5 on a 2025 season. When it comes to left-handed pitching, he creates more runs with a 137.3. So you can see you definitely have the advantage there. We can also scroll down and see we even have the advantage with the pitcher, because he struggles a lot more versus right-handed batters. Or maybe I shouldn't say a lot more. He has a 3.72 ERA on the season. About 3, I think, is league average. Getting around that 4, it's a bad ERA. He's giving up more earned runs allowed to the right-handed batter with a 376. So that is really good for us. Batting average against, he has a 248 versus a 257. So we have the advantage in almost every category, home runs and on base percentage as well. So weighted on base average, you can see a 299 versus 315. So right-handed batters are getting on base more versus him as well. So definitely loving this matchup so far. Let's look at his head-to-head versus left-handed pitchers. Let's look at some of these dates and some of these days, guys. So like I said, 10 out of 12 on the over versus the New York Mets when they have a left-handed pitcher. So if we go over here and look at David, we can see right here 622 and 423 the last 2 days they faced off. We'll go over here and look at those same dates when we go to our player for today. I'm looking at Sosa. What were their dates again? I think it was 622. Yep, 622 and 423. So we look right here, 3 hits, guys, as with Peterson as our starting pitcher. 3 hits. He was able to cover this line in just his hits alone, guys. Double the line in just his hits alone. Not to mention he had 1 run and 3 RBIs. So 7 hits, runs, and RBIs last time he faced off against Peterson as the starting pitcher on the New York Mets. The other time they faced off when Peterson was the starting pitcher, he still covered this line in his hits alone, getting 2 hits and 1 run, as you can see. So the history versus them has been great. What are the other dates? We have 920 and 915 right here back in 2024. So 920, you can see right here, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI. He was able to get 3 total hits, runs, and RBIs to cover this line. And then 915, he didn't play that game against them. But you can see the last 3 times Peterson was the starting pitcher for the New York Mets. Our batter right here, Sosa, was able to cover. So I'm definitely loving this line for the first one. If you guys love that as well, go ahead and lock that in. So the second play I'm going to be going with for today is going to be our boy Tatis. So looking at him, I'm loving to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I had to make sure I didn't have it at 2.5. Pretty sure it's 1.5 is the line I'm loving. You can see in his last 10, you can see 5 out of 10 on the over for Fernando. And then we can also look at his, let's go ahead and go into some of these filters. So versus right-handed pitchers, because that's exactly what Brown is today. Not to mention, guys, he's going against the Rockies. Should be an extremely easy over in this game. I'm pretty sure, what's their hit total for today as well? They have the second highest hit total. You can see Padres right here have basically the highest projected hit total of the day, being around 10, basically, is what they're kind of projecting to be around. The third highest hit totals with that last part we just took Sosa. You can see their game as well, but really should be a nice one here. Looking at Fernando, we can see his last 10 versus right-handed pitcher, 6 out of 10 on the over. Nice streak of overs right here. Then he started to struggle a little bit in some of these games. And then he had another huge over with 6 runs and RBIs, and then 2 misses right here. Now going into their head-to-head, let's do anytime head-to-head pitching or head-to-head matchup. 9 out of 16 games on the over. But you look at these misses, guys. He's getting hits in these games where he missed. Which means if his teammates would have stepped up and, you know, got him batted in, or if he would have batted someone else in, they were already on base, he could have easily covered in these last 3 times where he missed. So he is getting a hit in every single game so far when they have faced off head to head. Looking at it versus right-handed pitchers, we can see we have 9 out of 11 games on the over. Almost every single game he recorded a hit except for this one. He covered in almost every single game except for those 2, of course. And then right here, like I said, he had this 1 hit where he still could have covered right here. And this was on the 7th, guys. Another thing I want to look at, let's do like home games. So looking at home, the last 3 games in a row versus Colorado, he was able to cover as well. 3, 5, and 2 right here. So doing extremely well so far with all the filters. So that's some really deep research you guys can do. Let's scroll down, look at his plate appearances for his last 10. Of course, they look solid. 4.6, getting around 4 to 5, even 6 right here on one of these. Of course, this is an outlier, but you know, the game could be stretched out to where he gets 6 plate appearances. Head-to-head plate appearances, getting around 4.6. Like I said, 6 right here in this one, 5. It's getting around that 4 to 5 mark, which should be really solid for us. So looking at Fernando versus Brown, they have two plate appearances versus each other. 1 hit. That 1 hit did result in a home run and then a RBI. So really nice stats so far against each other. On this season, you can see Fernando has a 261 batting average versus a 278 average. And then also his weighted runs created plus, he's creating more runs versus the right-handed pitcher as well. 140 versus the 126.1. So definitely loving that so far. Looking at Brown, I'm pretty sure, like I said, not a lot of games. Another pitcher we don't really have too much data on, but it worked out yesterday. When we took a game like that, we cashed out the last 3 props in that video. I think yesterday we went 3 and 2 on the total free picks. We just had an amazing day in VIP. We can see another similar pitcher, 12 ERA. Like I said, can't really hammer him on the stats. Doesn't have too much data to, you know, the back behind these. But so far, he's given up a lot of earned runs allowed. And then versus right-handed batters, you can see he faced off about half of those, and he does struggle a lot more versus the right-handed batter with a 17.47. Batting average against, he has a 366 versus a 391. Once again, struggling more versus the right-handed batter. And we have a batter who does better versus right-handed pitching. Then we have home runs. Of course, is almost double there, 1.9 to 3.2. And then we have a 467 weighted on base average versus a 476. So far everything looks amazing for us. We can even look at his pitch arsenal so far. Sees 53% of the pitches he's throwing is a sinker, and then Fernando versus the sinker does amazing. Only a 9.9 strikeout percentage and a 459 weighted on base average. So really good there. Let's look at, I don't think we can pull up that head-to-head game. Let's see if we can pull up that one real quick. I'm pretty sure they do have the one as of recently. Right here, 906. Get rid of that off screen, and we can see 906. He had an amazing game when Brown was a starting pitcher right here. I just do versus the right-handed pitcher so we can see the dates a little bit easier. Right here, when he was a starting pitcher, he got 2 hits, so he covered his line in his hits alone. Still had 1 run and 3 RBIs. Like I said, that 1 home run is probably why he got so many RBIs in that game. But he was able to cover in just his hits, guys. So this one should be a really nice play as well. Gonna go ahead and lock both of these in for my first play. So you guys know, I'm giving you guys 4 or 5 props in this video. I'm not locking them all on the same one because, of course, I push for the sweep. But realistically, there's 1 or 2 guys, even with a great matchup, that could always miss. So going on ParlayPlay, guys. If you guys have not already joined ParlayPlay, I highly recommend you guys to do so. I have a link down below in the comment section, guys. Literally, if you use promo code ApexBetz, they're gonna match your deposit up to $100. So you guys have a $100 bonus. The easiest way to build bankroll, guys. If you have $50, $25 left to bet with, take that, deposit it on ParlayPlay. They're gonna double it. So whatever you guys put in, you know, you get the deposit match double. Of course, I never forget to mention the freaking $5 free games. We'll always forget that. But you also get a $5 free bet. So use that promo code ApexBetz, guys. Even if you play on Underdog or Chalkboard, PrizePicks, anything, make sure you have an app, especially like ParlayPlay, because the payouts are really nice, and also you can line shop and adjust the line. So going over here, let's put those first 2 guys up. So we're gonna have Fernando. Gonna be taking him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Then I'm gonna be taking and pairing him with Sosa to go over his hits, runs, and RBIs as well. I think the same thing of 1.5 on the over. Like I said, plus money play. Really nice payout on this one, guys. But the history with that pitcher is just too good for me not to take it. The hit total, what they have the second or third on the day for the highest, even though it's not high, as you can see by the colors, it's not like a dark green. Still should be a nice back and forth game. I'm projecting, or predicting in this one. So those two props, guys, going to be locking both of those in for the first free play. Going to put the full 250 to win 732 on this one. Loving both of those, guys. Once again, if you haven't joined Parlay Play, go ahead and do so down below in the comment section using that promo code ApexBetz. So that's the first play, guys. Let's jump into the last two that I have for you guys. And we're going to be taking McCade Brown. So we just looked at him. Like I said, not a lot of games under his belt, but in these 3 games, he is giving up a lot of earned runs. Also, versus the Padres, we can see in this game, he gave up 6 earned runs. We're taking this line. Is it at 1.5 or is it at 2.5? I think it's 2.5. I don't think you can get the 1.5 line anywhere, and if you do, it's probably going to be extremely low payout. But at 2.5, we can see we have another plus money play. So over 2.5. Last time they faced off, he had 6. He's giving up a lot of earned runs. He also should struggle, guys. Look at this. We have Padres batting versus right-handed pitchers on the 2025 season. They are ranked 6th in the MLB league. You can see, so they're pretty good versus right-handed pitchers. And then you can see in their last 30 games, they're ranked 9th. So even in the last 30 games, they're still doing good versus right-handed pitchers. So they should be able to put up a nice bit of earned runs. As we go to the hit total, we can see they have the highest hit total of the day, should lead to more earned runs. We can even look at the game projection as well and see they're projected to be around 6.32 on the day versus the 3.86 that they're projecting around. Predicting around the Rockies. Once again, take all these projections with a rough grain of salt, guys. They are not extremely accurate. They're just, kind of simulating the games based on matchups. But so far, I'm loving this so far. He should be able to go over that line of 2.5. Not too much research we can do on this one. We looked at the rankings. We looked at so far his first 3 games. We have recorded 4 data on the season. And based off that, I'm predicting he should be able to go over this 2.5 line. Love it enough to bet on it. If you guys love it, you can lock it in as well. If you don't like the play, don't run it, but I'm willing to bet on it. Should be a really great game here. Once again, it is the Rockies they are playing off against, guys. Remember, the Rockies are one of the worst pitching teams in the league. A lot of teams have really great success versus them. As we just saw, the Padres already had it once as of recently, and they're probably going to do it again extremely easy. So that is the third one, guys. And then for the very last prop, we're going to be going with Salvador Perez over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. When you first look at this one, guys, you're probably going to be a little thrown off. Not because of pitcher matchup. Pitcher matchup is pretty nice. When we look at his last 10, so scrolling down to his last 10, he is only 2 out of 10 on the over. Once again, if you don't like the plays, guys, don't lock it in. But I will show you guys why I'm loving the play and why I'm willing to bet my money on it. So last 10 don't look the best. Last 10 versus right-handed pitchers, which is what Williams is. We have 3 out of 10. Of course, it's still bad as well. We go to head-to-head games. This is where stuff gets interesting. Head-to-head matchup versus right-handed pitchers. 8 out of 20. Of course, that number's still not too good. Only 40% on the over. In away games, 4 out of 9 to 44% on the over. Looking at it, though, I want to go to their head-to-head matchup. I was going to make a new tab so we can look at that in a second. Scrolling down, plate appearances look solid, getting around 4, even 5 in a good bit of these. Shouldn't be around that 3 mark unless there's like a blowout game or a bunch of 3 and outs. Scrolling down, let's look into it. We can look at their head-to-head matchup. And this is why I said, guys, it gets extremely great with head-to-head matchup. So versus this pitcher, guys, look at all the green, look at the numbers, we'll go over it. So Perez versus Williams has 12 plate appearances, 6 hits in those 12 plate appearances already, no home runs, and then 1 RBI. So he already has 6 hits. Basically, if you average this out, he's basically recording 2 hits every single game he has faced off against Perez. You can see 12 plate appearances, 6 hits, divide that. You can look at it and see, like I said, his last 10 he hasn't been doing so hot, but in his head-to-head he has been doing great. I'll also go show you guys some of these games where Williams was the starting pitcher as well. But before we get into it, guys, look over his 2025 stats. So he has a 235 batting average and a 245 versus right-handed pitchers. His weighted runs created plus he has a 90.5 versus a 105. So he is creating more runs. He is, does have a better batting average versus the right-handed pitcher so far. We have that advantage there. Going down to Williams, we can look at it. He has a 3.17 ERA versus right-handed batters. He has a 3.54. So he's giving up more earned runs to the right-handed batter as well. We can look at his batting average against, since he has a 215 versus a 284. So batting average against, we have that advantage there as well. And then home run stays about the same. And for his weighted on base average, he has a 303 versus a 353. So far we have the advantage in almost every category. The starting pitcher he is going against tonight, you can see, is Gavin Williams. He is a right-handed pitcher. He has a 10-5 record, and he has a 1.29 whip. So about league average pitcher so far. You know, he's 10-5 record, so he's not, you know, a terrible pitcher. He has a pretty decent matchup. But looking at the head-to-head stats, let's jump into it. So head-to-head versus right-handed pitcher, Gavin Williams, if we go to his head-to-head games, look at his hits allowed and start there first. Last time they faced off, 7-2-6. If we go to those same dates for Perez, we can scroll down and see 7-2-6. He recorded 2 hits in this game. Like I said, he's averaging around 2 hits basically every time he's faced off against his pitcher. So imagine if he gets that 1 run or that 1 RBI as well off of those hits. So that is the last time they faced off. Going back to him, 329, 902. I'll go to those same dates, 329. Right here, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, guys. So far, both the last 2 times they faced off against each other, he had 4 hits, runs, and RBIs in this game, 2 hits, runs, and RBIs in this game. Covered the line both in just his 2 hits alone. Let's go back to those dates. We have 902 and 827. 902. This was his first miss right here, where he didn't cover, where Williams was a starting pitcher. And then what was that other one? 827. Going to 827, we can see he had 2 hits again in this game. So he's doing amazing versus Williams when he is the starting pitchers. He also had a run in this game as well. So 2 hits, 1 run for 3 total hits, runs, and RBI. So 3 out of 4 times where he faced off against Williams as a starting pitcher, he was able to cover this line of 1.5 on the over. So I'm confident enough to lock it in. We can also go to the projection for the day. See, they have the highest projected hit total of the entire day with that 17.58 we can see in this game. So Royals versus Cleveland right here. We can even go look at the pitchers for the day as well. Look at this, guys. Stephan is projected to give up. Oh, no. We're taking the batter on KC. So I also have some props, another VIP I was going to be talking about Stephan for, but I'll be sending out to VIP shortly. But once again, you can see his stats, 6.3. It's kind of what his projection is for his hits total. So when you see that prop over in VIP, you'll see exactly why I'll be taking that one. Going to Cleveland, though, we can see Gavin Williams projected to be around 5.7 innings, 2.8 runs, 5.2 hits allowed, and then 3.6 Ks. Once again, these are rough estimates, could easily go over or under these lines. Just a rough projection based on the matchup and the history between them so far. But as you can see, really nice projection so far. I'm loving that. If Gavin's going to give around 5.2 hits, we should be able to get Salvador Perez to go over his line, because every single time they faced off, he's been able to kill it. We can probably even go to look at the batters for today. See, that's some of the best hit totals, so our best matchups versus their pitcher. As you can see, Perez right here is the second guy on the day with 12 plate appearances, 12 at-bats, and 6 hits versus, we can see, Williams on the day. So he's the second second best batter on the chart when it comes to their head-to-head history versus that starting pitcher so far. So I'm definitely loving a lot of these lines so far. If you guys want to use any of these projections, once again, they are rough estimates. I do have a link to this tool that I used to do a lot of my research on. It's called the Outlier research tool. I have a link down below in the description. You guys can join, get a 7-day free trial, and then kind of look over some of those projections for the day. So I know we don't have a ton of games, you know, to kind of base our stats off of. So if you want to go do some deep research on some of these, go ahead and do so. And then once again, those 4 props I have for you guys, we have Perez, we have Brown, we have Sosa, and then we have Fernando, all on the overs for today. If you guys like any of these props, once again, make sure you join ParlayPlay. Go ahead and lock those in. And once again, you're going to be getting that $100 bonus. So whatever you guys deposit, going to double your line, double your money up to $100. And then remember, guys, join that free plan if you haven't already down in the comment section. While you're down there joining that free plan to get all of these free plays texted directly to your phone, leave a comment, guys, drop a like on this video. Gonna be picking a winner to win a free week of VIP picks, guys. Simple as that. If we double the like goal, I will be picking 2 winners. We're gonna keep it at 50 likes because you guys killed it yesterday. I want to hook more of you guys up, so if we get to 100 likes, I will be giving 2 of you guys a free week of VIP picks. That about wraps it up, guys. If you want the rest of the plays for the entire day, as you can see, we are on a massive winning streak right now. You guys can join VIP extremely easy right now. If you just want the weekend pass, so from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, During that weekend pass, we have MLB, college football, and NFL all going on. It's probably the best bang for your bucks. It's probably one going to be the most profitable so far of the entire week. But if you guys want the entire week worth of plays, it is 25 off right now. Everything you need will be linked down below in the comment section. And with that being said, guys, good luck with all your bets, and I will catch you guys over in VIP for the rest of the plays.